Well, hello, kings and queens, and welcome to the members only Wisdom Family Picnic. I was having some technical difficulties. I was in a different window, and I'm like, wait a minute, everything looks weird. So I wanted to make sure that you guys can see the live. So it looks like we are good. I'm not able to see the view count for whatever reason. I'm not sure if that's because it's members only. Not sure, but that's what was kind of throwing me off. But let's see who's in the building, because the Wisdom family done show up. All right, I got us seniors need love too. I love it. She said, good evening, queen. Yes, another name change. Listen, I absolutely love it. Auntie Eva said, good evening, WD. Us seniors need love too. And chat. We got Justin's mom in the building. I've got June's poetry in the building. He said, left Uncle Willie home where he's reneging his spade and bit with self. Y'all are funny. All right, now I am Mrs. BB. She said, hey, everybody. And Caramel Queen is in the building. Who else we got? Makes sense to it. I know that's right. We got Stacy, that first twin. All right, y'all. So we have not done an official members only live. I just decided to do it this evening. Stacy, that first twin, said, we in here. We here. So I am going to make the live public once it's over. So those who want to listen in will have an opportunity to do so. But for right now, it's just going to be the Wisdom family. So if we have any new ambassadors in the building, welcome, welcome, welcome. If you have not already done so, make sure that you hit the like button. And you guys should already be subscribed if you're members, so we ain't got to worry about that. So we're gonna get into some stuff. Y'all know I've been busy. Okay, Nesto. We have to talk about Nesto, okay? Because Sir has been indicted on all 39 of them charges. He asked for it, he got it. I literally just came off Bible study talking about this power in the tongue. You know, your words have power and consequences. So Nesto called for it and he got it. T Rains, how you doing? Said very nice upgrade on your intro and presentation. Blessings to everyone and to you, Sis Queen. Well, thank you so very much. And we got glorious love in the building. So we're going to talk about these charges in just a moment. We're going to take a little detour over to Pam Esquire's channel because she actually went over those charges in her live earlier today. So we will not listen to the entire live. We're just going to listen to the section that talks about these charges because, yeah, Nesto, he's been indicted. Okay. He's in a world of hurt. He's gonna be butt hurt, back hurt, everything hurt. Okay, his neck and his back. It's not looking good for old Nesty. It ain't looking good. He unfortunately can thank his side chick and fake journalist. Okay, because they basically sealed his fate. They sealed his fate. That interview did this man in. Okay. He started attending the Church of the Latter-day Side Chicks, and you know, they over there doing Bible study. Well, by his 39 charges, he has been indicted. He said, well, indict me then. And the devil said, we just did. Okay. So y'all already know I be cutting up in here. Stacy, that first twin, said this some juicy. Yes, Justin's mom, that was a shocker to some extent. We knew it was coming, but we just weren't expecting it to come down like that. It was like, dang. I mean, they throwing the book at old nasty Nesto. Okay. But you know, he's over here hanging out with this one, you know. Hey, Nesto, she over here visiting him in jail and doing Bible study and fake prayers and carrying on, you know. So that's unfortunately what happened. We talked about it last night. Doing that interview was not a good look for Nesto. Okay, it just wasn't. I did record a video earlier today and it was corrupted. So I'm going to have to re-record that whole video. It was my reaction to the interview and just some of the things that I picked up on. But that will be a video and I will put that video in members for a couple of days and then I will make it public. So that video will be coming. Those of you who wanted to get my real-time reaction to old Nesto. I know some of you are like, oh my gosh, I'm going to have nightmares for the rest of my life. Wisdom, get that off the screen. All right, I'll put this back up. I'm sorry, y'all. Y'all just know I have to cut up. Yes, I am an entire mess. And that interview was an entire mess. They talked entirely too much. You know, we debated last night as to whether or not Nesto knew that this was coming, because as we're going to hear from Pam in just a minute, the grand jury, the same night that he did this interview, okay, same night that he did this interview, the grand jury met to come to the decision of an indictment. Okay. So that is what is very, very interesting. So he's over here doing this interview, trying to spin. I don't know if this was a last ditch effort, but he's over here trying to spin his lies into some narrative to try to say that he's innocent. He actually said, I'm an innocent man. I didn't do anything. He's talking bad about his wife. He was being so disrespectful to infamous Mandela. You know, I'm very disappointed and disgusted with her behavior, but she's still a woman and you don't talk to a woman like that. Okay, period. I don't care who it is or what they did. You don't talk to a woman like that. And I feel like he was just as disrespectful to her as he was to Keisha K. Okay, which is Tasha K. He kept calling Tasha K Keisha K, knowing full and hell well what her name was. Stacy, that first twin, said, I had my Oculus headset on while Pam read the charges. It was daylight by the time she finished reading. I'm sorry, it was daylight, and by the time she finished reading, it was nightfall. You funny. T Rain said, Madam Fannie Willis has made him famous. Nesto, shout out to Fannie Mae partner. Well, fame isn't everything, and it's not for everybody. He was mad about that filing for divorce by sure. Right, because remember, Nesto's plan was to file for divorce when he got out of jail. Okay, remember when he get out of jail and he get his check, he's gonna file for divorce. Stacy, that first twin, said he needs to tell it to the jury or remain silent. Well, he should have remained silent. He should have followed his son's advice. He should have followed his lawyer's advice. He should have followed Dre's advice. Lamont, everybody told this man to shut up, to be quiet. Okay? Everybody. Let me go ahead and get Pam's video up here because some of you guys didn't see it. And I listened to it. I didn't get to finish listening to all of it, but the part that I heard, I was like, Lord, have mercy. I was like, baby, nasty. He's listen. Sir, just listen. He's out here doing the most, and he's getting the most. And from what I saw, indicted on all 39 charges, like, man, like, Nesto, you listen. We can't do nothing for Nesto anymore. There is no GoFundMe that's going to save him. There's no Innocence Project that's going to save him. There's no selling of Bibles that's going to save him. He is finished. And remember, he said, my life is over. How many times has he had a pity party? My life is over. He said it over and over and over again. This is what the Bible study was about before we came over here. You know, watch what you say. Watch what you say, because what you say has power. It will manifest. And exactly what he said happened. He said his life is over. His life is over. He said, he kept saying he's an innocent man, but the truth of the matter is, you know, you can't make yourself an innocent man if you're guilty. That it doesn't work like that. But, you know, he talked about them indicting him. He ain't been indicted all this time. Well, you know, you got your wish. Okay. You got your wish. So let me go ahead and skip over to Pam's channel, and we'll listen to that for a minute. And then I have some other stuff to share with you guys about a certain Charleston White. I found that Charleston White interview, and thank you to one of the Wisdom family members. I don't want to call the wrong name, so I'm not going to say the name, but someone mentioned the interview that he did where he talked about what happened to him. He actually talks about how he knows Nesto. He's one of the victims and he knows Nesto. And there are a plethora. Remember when I told you guys that there's a lot of victims, people that we haven't even heard about or heard from? I told you guys there's a lot of victims. There's a lot of victims. All right. So let me go ahead and play Pam.
Hello, everyone. It is Pam Esquire, also known as Your Law Intellect. Welcome, everyone. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day. Make sure you hit that like button for me if you like the content that we give over here. Subscribe to the channel if you have not done so already. If you guys recall, just in about 24 hours ago, I reported breaking news that there was more charges that came down against Ernest Williams. One of the questions that I received was he indicted? Because we all know there's pre-indictment charges and there are also indictment charges. Well, I was aware that on the 23rd, when Nesto, this was one of the reasons why I didn't go live too. While he said that the grand jury only meets every other month, and that they were lying, saying that the grand jury was going to meet in April, they had actually met on the 23rd, okay, when he did this interview, which was very ironic to me. However, the indictment was not posted, so I went on here. I let everyone know in my membership that I was like, listen, I got reliable information that there was a grand jury impaneled and there was an indictment. So if you're in my membership, when people ask that question, I did put it in there. Well, now we have the indictment, which was just filed not too long ago. And Yeah, we're going to go through its 36 pages, a little less than, 30 something pages. I have not read it yet. As soon as I was able to get my hands on it, I went live for you guys to go over it with me. But again, I need you guys to do me a favor and show that you appreciate all of the hard work and click that like button on your way in, subscribe to the channel. And we about to get into this indictment. We are about to get into this here indictment. Over a lot of these charges on yesterday, so we're just gonna start. This is the list. As you guys see, there are, I think there were 39 yesterday. Yeah, 39. And I'm gonna hurry up and get past the names of the actual jurors or whatever. The grand juror aforesaid in the name and on behalf of the citizens of Georgia do hereby charge and accuse Ernest Williams with the offense of violation of the Georgia RICO, Racketeer Influence and Corrupt Organization Act, for the said accused individually and as the person concerned in the commission of a crime in Fulton County, Georgia on and between December 1st, 2009 and June 30th of 2022, acquired and maintained directly and indirectly an interest in and control of real property and personal property, including but not limited to United States currency, personal vehicles, motorcycles, coach buses, trailers, automotive parts, and a residence through a pattern of racketeering activity as described below and incorporated by reference as if fully set forth herein, contrary to the laws of said state, the good order, peace, and dignity thereof. I'm gonna get to your super chats in a minute. I gotta I'm gonna leave because we got a little bit to go here. Manner and method of the RICO scheme from at least December 1st, 2009 through June 30th, 2022. Ernest Williams engaged in a pattern of racketeering activity in Fulton County, Georgia, elsewhere in the state of Georgia, and in other states. The RICO scheme was designed to defraud unsuspecting individuals, businesses, and governmental entities with the primary purpose of depriving numerous victims of their property. Williams stole United States currency, personal vehicles, motorcycles, coach buses, trailers, automotive parts, and other various services and property, often by falsely promising to help his victims engage in new business ventures, to promote their existing business ventures, or to help them build their brand or image. Many of Williams' victims were women, and Williams often used the illusion of romantic or close personal relationship with those victims to manipulate them and steal from them. As part of the scheme, William knowingly entered into a fraudulent marriage with Shirley Strawberry, a famous radio show host. Williams used the void marriage and the high-profile celebrity connections he made because of the void marriage in furtherance of other frauds. During the course of the scheme, Williams recruited multiple co-conspirators, including Erica King. On multiple occasions, Williams solicited King to fraudulently assume the identities of multiple attorneys licensed to practice law in Georgia in order to deceive law enforcement and the courts, including by appearing in court and by falsely and fraudulently representing Williams in hearings as part of the pattern of racketeering activity. Williams engaged in various related criminal activities, including but not limited to theft by taking, theft by conversion, theft by deception, theft of services, theft by bringing stolen property into the state, acts involving theft, also swearing, filing false documents, false statements, and writing identity fraud and deposit account fraud.
Well, my goodness, Nesto, you just a thief and a liar. So you guys heard that, right? As a part of the scheme, Williams knowingly entered into a fraudulent marriage with Shirley Strawberry, famous radio show host. Williams used the void marriage and the high-profile celebrity connections he made because of the void marriage in furtherance of other frauds. So basically, he never loved Shirley. just as Dre said. Dre didn't tell a lie. I know he apologized and he tried to backtrack, but he did not tell a lie when he said that he never loved Shirley. Stacy, that twin, said, I got my snacks prepared. Stacy, you didn't bring snacks for everybody? You know how this go. You can't just have snacks just for you. You're supposed to bring enough for everybody. Who brought snacks to the picnic? I'm hungry. But no, Sonya ain't coming out of these bushes. It's members only. I did that on purpose because number one, we hadn't done a members only live before. We've done a number of members only chats, but this is the official members only live. Dre, that's right, Stacy. Dre said that, and I believe him too. This is really sad because Shirley loved this man. Now, her reasoning for marrying him may not have been godly. Okay. It may have had to do with the fact that he was a handsome man. He was a young man. And she thought Nesto loved her. She was all, for her to say that I'm just trying to stand by my man, she loved Nesto. She thought Nesto loved her too. I don't think for a second she understood or discerned that Nesto only married her for her connections. And if she did know and married him anyway, well, then she's a fool. I'm not even gonna say a bigger fool than I thought. I'm just gonna say she's a fool, period. But this is really sad. He married her for her connections. Okay, so she was also a victim. She's a victim. Okay. And interestingly enough, just right around the time, and I should say right before Nesto got indicted, she hurried up and filed that those divorce papers. Okay. So somebody was definitely in her ear and letting her know what was going on. But it's just to read it on paper, it's we all kind of knew this, but to read it on paper, it's like, dang, Nesto is a low down dirty dog. He ain't no good.
My gosh.
I said the same thing, Pam. Lord have mercy.
Acts of racketeering activity. The said accused engaged in the following acts of racketeering activity and furtherance one or more incidents, schemes, and transactions that had the same and similar intents, results, accomplices, victims, and methods of commissions, and otherwise were interrelated by distinguishing characteristics and were not isolated incidents. This interrelated pattern of criminal activity was motivated by pecuniary gain.
Okay, once again, y'all heard that. I'm going to go ahead and read some of this. So Act 1, on and between December 1st, 2009 and January 31st, 2010, the exact date being unknown to the grand jury, Nesto committed the felony offense of theft by conversion in DeKalb County, Georgia, having lawfully obtained United States currency, the property of D. Scott. Okay, the name is here. You guys probably can't see it on the screen. I'm going to attempt to actually get a hold of these documents, but this document has not been redacted, and we don't want to say the victim's full name. The value of which exceeded $500 under an agreement to make a specified application of such funds, knowingly converting the funds to his own use in violation of the agreement. This was an act of racketeering activity pursuant to, and then they have the code that is pursuant to. Act 2, on and between January 1st, 2013 and December 31st, the exact date being unknown to the grand jury, Nesto committed the felony offense of theft by taking in Fulton County by unlawfully taking United States currency, the property of J. Collins, the value of which was at least $5,000, but less than $25,000, with the intention of depriving said owner of property. This was an act of racketeering activity pursuant to, and then they have the code that is pursuant to. So basically, you see a pattern here. All of this theft by conversion, theft by deception, he took money from people under the guise that he was going to help them with the business, help them with their image, get them a car, get them, some other commodity, and he kept their money and never gave them what he said he was going to give them, or didn't deliver the goods he said he was going to deliver. This is absolutely terrible. Hang on just 1 second. I'm going to, because this is a lot, and I know Pam makes stops in the middle, and I just want to be able to read all this and get through it. Act 3, on or about October 3rd, 2013, Ernest Williams committed the felony offense of theft of services in Fulton County by knowingly obtaining construction and remodeling services, which were available only for compensation. So he had some type of construction or remodeling done, which was at a value of at least 1,500, but less than 5,000 from M. Alvarado by deception and with the intent to avoid payment. So he pulled a Donald Trump, had somebody do work on his house or work somewhere, maybe on one of his properties, and didn't pay the people. This was an act of racketeering activity. Act 4. On or about October 18, 2013, Ernest Williams committed the felony offense of theft by taking in Fulton County. Fulton County was like, you better stay your ass out of Fulton County. We don't want you here. By unlawfully taking United States currency, the property of C. Waters. Now, I believe this name appeared on some documents. I don't know if she's one of the ones that Nesto had another victim write a check out to. I'm going to look for it because that name was familiar. But C. Waters, the value of which was at least another one, at least 5,000, but less than 25,000, with the intention of depriving the owner of said property, an act of racketeering. So you guys get you get the picture of what's going on with Nesto. This is why he's in so much trouble. This man is evil. Here we go. Act 5. On or about November 24th, 2013, Ernest Williams committed the felony offense of theft by deception, again in Fulton County, by unlawfully obtaining a United States currency, basically money. He took the money, the property of M. Stokes, the value of which was at least 5,000, but less than 25,000 by deceitful means, by selling a 1989 Prevost vehicle to Stokes while intentionally failing to disclose a substantial and valid known lien and other legal impediments to the enjoyment of the vehicle, and with the intention of depriving the owner of said property, an act of racketeering. So if you guys remember, he used the real estate victim. Okay, this was Beckham, used her money to purchase a Prevost, 1989 Prevost, and then apparently now I don't know if he purchased all of it, but I remember he also had a Prevost, and I could be getting some of this confused. But let me find out he purchased that or leased it knowing that it belonged to someone else and then tried to sell it. So this is what Nesto does. I'm remembering correctly. He purchased this vehicle, but I guess he didn't necessarily own it or didn't have the title to it. And so he sold this man this RV, what have you, but he never gave him the title. That was this situation. M. Stokes was the guy who purchased an RV but never got the title. So if he doesn't have the title, he can't register it. He can't do anything, right? That was that one. Act 6. On or about December 16th, 2014. Once again, he committed a felony of false swearing this time by unlawfully and having been administered a lawful oath and having executed a document knowing that it purported to be an acknowledgement of a lawful oath, knowingly and willfully making the false statements that each of Ernest Williams' prior marriages has been dissolved by divorce and that Ernest Williams was not subject to any legal impediment or other reason Ernest Williams should not be married, said false statements having been made in marriage license application. And then it has the number. So it's 2014 and then it has 6319 filed in the probate court of Fulton County, Georgia. I'm not sure which one of the wives this was. This could have been Martha, could have been Carol. I'm not sure. But what this basically means is that he was married, got married to someone else. You know, when you file that paperwork, okay, you file it and you basically are telling them that, to my knowledge, I'm acknowledging that I'm not legally married to anyone else. Yeah, well, Nesto lied. Okay. And he's done this multiple times, but this is, I'm assuming the first occurrence was in 2014. Now, interestingly enough, let me just see. Oh, this might have been Shirley, actually. This might have been Shirley because this was right before he married Shirley. He got married to Shirley in January 9th of 2015. So this was Shirley. This was Shirley, y'all. Wow. So ultimately, and this is what I'm thinking. When she filed that, it's possible. It could have happened before and they just didn't release it, but it's also possible that when she filed for divorce and they went to go look it up, they may have found that, wait a minute, this man, has other, he was married, has other marriages. It could also be that they've been listening to us. Let me see what you guys are talking about. Hold on one second. Let me see. So, love to shop. How are you, Queen? Said, I kind of think she knew he married her for her connections, but I don't think she knew the depth of his crimes. Why would you marry somebody that you know is going to use you? Lisa Glaze said, what's up, everybody? I'm late, but I'm here. It's okay. The picnic is just getting started and the Wisdom family is rolling on in. Baby Bird said, applying for a marriage license knowing full well that he was still married. Yep. And that was the marriage to Shirley. They didn't even mention Edith. They didn't even mention Edith. This is Martha. Okay, I'm not sure what that means. The charge date is he and Shirley Strawberry's marriage date. Yep, that's correct. And Old School Nixie said, it's sad for some of us women because I think the women in Nesto's life lived in their own fantasy about their relationship with Slicksto. Uh-oh, we got a new name. Nesto the Slicksto. Okay, Mr. Nesto Slicksto Risco Suave. Okay, that's gonna be, I'm gonna put in the chat because I don't even know what I just said. Nesto Slicksto. All right, I'm gonna spell it different so I can get it out. Slicksto Rico Suave. So Mr. Rico Suave over here, okay, thinking he's slick, knowing good and hell well that he was still married. He knew he didn't divorce these women. How do you not know? How do you not know that you're not divorced? You have to know. Right? They lowered their guard and he took full advantage of them. Absolutely. Justin's mom said his wife Martha filed for divorce in 2021. That's why they knew he was a bigamist. Absolutely. And the systems are not connected, unfortunately. It's not like with licenses, the driver's license. If your license is suspended in New York and you come to Georgia and get a license, they're going to know. Same thing. If you license is suspended in California, you try to get a license in New York, they're going to know. But it doesn't work that way with the marriage certificate office yet. But I also believe that they've been listening to the blogs. They probably heard Chronicle Speaks and many other content creators that have gotten copies of marriage certificates and emails and people saying, I'm the wife. No, I'm the wife. No, I'm the wife. I'm the only wife. Okay. So yeah. Anyway, let's keep reading. So that must have been the bigamy charge. Okay. Well, it says false swearing, but it's because he lied on the marriage application. All right, Act 7. On or about December 16th, 2014, Ernest Williams committed the felony offense. So these are all felonies. This is not good. How many felony offenses we got so far? This is number 7. Felony offense of filing false documents in Fulton County, unlawfully and knowingly causing to be filed, entered, and recorded a document titled Marriage License Application License in the probate court of Fulton County, having reason to know that the document was false and contained the materially false statements that each of Ernest Williams' prior marriages had been dissolved by divorce, and that Ernest Williams was not subject to any legal impediment or other reason Ernest Williams should not be married. Once again, they're listing this as an act of racketeering. That is wild, nasty. Ooh. You are. We thought Sonya was dumb. Maybe that's why they get along so well, because they both dumb. Okay, Act 8. On and between May 1st, 2017 and August 31st, 2017, the exact date being unknown to the grand jury, Ernest Williams committed the felony offense of theft by deception, a violation in Kentucky. And then they have the statute in Fayette County, Kentucky, by obtaining United States currency, the property of S. Hawker, the value of which exceeded $10,000 by deception and with intent to deprive said owner of said property by cheating and reinforcing a false impression as to intention and state of mind. This was an act involving theft, which is chargeable under the laws of the state of Kentucky and which is punishable by imprisonment for more than 1 year and an act of racketeering activity. My. Act 9. On or about November 3rd, 2017, Ernest Williams committed the felony offense of theft by taking in DeKalb County by unlawfully taking a 1998 Provost vehicle. Okay, this was one of the Provosts that I was thinking about. The property of C. Torres, the value of which exceeded $24,999.99, with the intention of depriving said owner of said property. This was an act of racketeering activity. Act 10, on or about November 11, 2017. Now, here we are with all these acts. All of this is happening just 2 years after he married Shirley. 2.5, almost 3 years after he married Shirley. Here he is with the theft by deception in Kentucky, in DeKalb County. And these are not small amounts, okay? Because the bald-headed heathen with no edges and sideburns talking about, oh, it was just a small amount. I wonder what she thinks now about all this, because she thought she knew so much. She over here listening, to her fake girlfriend, all right, who's going to find herself behind bars in just a moment. Sloana is past civil. But they jumped the gun. They didn't have everything. And so, I wonder what she thinks about this now. This is a lot of money. This is why they said it was almost $1 million or $1 million plus that he took. Okay, Act 10, on or about November 11, 2017. Ernest Williams committed the felony offense of deposit account fraud in DeKalb County by making, drawing, and delivering a check, an instrument for the payment of money on a bank to C. Torres. Okay, here we go with C. Torres again. C. Torres is the same person who he basically stole the 1998 Provost to, because he got the Provost and he didn't pay the guy. Okay, and attempted to pay him with a fake check. So here we go. By making, drawing, and delivering a check, an instrument for the payment of money on a bank to C. Torres in the amount of $9,000 for the present consideration of a 1998 Prevost vehicle, knowing that said check would not be honored by the drawee. This was an act involving theft, which is chargeable under the laws of the state of Georgia, and which is punishable by imprisonment for more than 1 year, and an act of racketeering activity. Remember what I said. If he gets convicted on all 39 charges, he's been indicted, but if he's found guilty on all 39 charges and they give him just 1 year for each charge, he's going to spend the next 39 years in jail. Sir will die in jail. Nesto is not coming home, y'all. Ain't no way. Nesto is not coming home. Whew. Okay, let's get to Act 11. I'm trying to make this as painless as possible. And I do love me some Pam, but if we listen to all this, we'll be here all night. And I have other things I want to show you guys. All right. Act 11. On or about January 4th, 2018, Ernest Williams committed the felony offense of theft by bringing stolen property into state. By bringing a 2011 Rolls-Royce Ghost vehicle, the property of Specialty Car Collection, the value of which exceeded $24,999.99 into the state of Georgia, knowing said property had been stolen in Los Angeles. This was an act of racketeering. Boy, Nesto. On or about January, this is on or about January 22nd, 2018. This is just 3 years into their marriage. This is right after their third wedding anniversary. Ernest Williams committed the felony offense of theft by taking in Fulton County by unlawfully taking United States currency, the property of W. Smith, the value of which was at least $5,000 but less than $25,000, with the intention of depriving the owner of their property, an act of racketeering. Act 13, on or about February 3rd, 2018. Well, damn, Nesto, you didn't even wait a good month. Let me just stop right here. Grand Theft Auto is a video game. You should not be over here being indicted on felony offense of Grand Theft Auto, Mr. Nesto, because you are nasty. This is what I talked about last night when I said that sometimes criminals can become addicted to committing crimes. People can become addicted to committing crimes. It's a high. and then you can't help yourself. This man, he has a problem. All right, so on or about February 3rd, 2018, Ernest Williams committed the felony offense of grand theft auto in Los Angeles County, California, by feloniously stealing, taking, and driving away a 2008 Fleetwood Providence vehicle, the property of R. Baker. This was an act involving theft, which is chargeable under the laws of the state of California and which is punishable for imprisonment for more than 1 year, an act of racketeering. Damn, Nesto, you need to stop having infamous Mandela pray for you. You just need to stop having her pray for you. I'm just saying. Just stop having her pray for you. This is not good. So Stacy, that twin, said Edith is not even mentioned in the paperwork or in the charges. It's Martha and only in Shirley. Carol's not even mentioned. Yeah. Auntie Eva said his behavior is pathologically bad and harmful. He's stuck in a pattern he can't get out of. He probably doesn't want to get out of it. Those of you who were in my Bible study earlier, what did I say about the Pharaoh? God told Moses, I'm going to harden the Pharaoh's heart because I've seen his heart. He's never going to change. So now I'm going to harden his heart and just have him doing all type of crazy stuff that's going to be his own downfall. Okay. Nesto thought he was going to swim and bathe and baptize himself in the green waters and everything was going to be okay. Yeah. All right. Wouldn't some of these financial crimes be wire fraud? I'm not a lawyer, Kimmy Who, so I couldn't answer that. That would be a good question for Pam. And when I'm on her next live, I'll definitely ask that question. Don't give her too much credit for thinking now. Sonya is willingly ignorant. All right. Whew, sorry. I feel so bad for this lady. Okay, so February 3rd, 2018, Ernest Williams committed a felony offense of making or delivering check with insufficient funds in violation of California Penal Code 476A. By willfully himself with intent to defraud, making a check in the amount of $20,000 to R. Baker for the payment of money, knowing at the time of that making that he had not sufficient funds in the bank for the payment of that check and all other checks then outstanding in full upon its presentation. This was an act involving theft, which is chargeable under the laws of the state of California and which is punishable by imprisonment for more than 1 year, an act of racketeering. Act 15, on or about October 13th. Okay, so he took a 6-month hiatus. Praise the Lord. Ernest Williams committed the felony offense of theft by taking in Henry County, Lord Jesus, by unlawfully taking a Big Tex 20 PH trailer, the property of Big Tex Trailer World, the value of which was at least $5,000 but less than $25,000, with the intention of depriving said owner of said property. This is an act of racketeering. On or about October 13th, 2018. Ernest Williams committed the felony offense of deposit account fraud. There you go. There's your wire fraud in Henry County by making, drawing, and delivering check number 888, an instrument for the payment of money on Wells Fargo Bank, a bank located within the state of Georgia, to Big Tex Trailer World in the amount of $9,589.03 for the present consideration of a Big Tex 20 PH trailer. Okay. I don't know if I'll be able to find it. I'll try to find it while we're live. If not, I'll find it and put it on the community post because now I know how to put videos up there. I finally figured it out. But there is a video from Nesto's Instagram page, RIP, where he has the yellow Hummer on a trailer. That is the Big Tex PH20 trailer they're talking about. Knowing that the check would not be honored by the drawee, this was an act of theft, which is chargeable under the laws of the state of Georgia and which is punishable by imprisonment for more than 1 year and an act of racketeering. Act 17. On or about November 15, 2018, Nesto does it again. Ernest Williams committed the felony offense of grand theft in violation of California Penal Code 484 and 487 in Orange County, California, by feloniously stealing and taking labor and personal property of Source Motors Incorporated, including a fender well rack, Momo steering wheel and adapter, headlights, center console rack, D-ring guard, windshield brush guard, and mirror set, the value of which exceeded $950. Nesto, what are we doing? We over here taking, you taking supplies, you taking equipment, you taking whole vehicles. And I heard about this, but I'm like, ain't no way. My God, you can't make this up. I'm just waiting for Lifetime, Tubi, Amazon Prime Video, Netflix. Matter of fact, I know some people over at Netflix. I might have to reach out to these people and tell them, look here, I got a story. Y'all need to do this story. My God, this was an act involving theft, which is chargeable under the laws of the state of California and which is punishable by imprisonment for more than 1 year and active racketeering. Nesto. Jesus, sir. Okay. Here we go. Act 18. On or about November 15, 2018, Nesto committed the felony offense of making or delivering check with insufficient funds, a violation of California Penal Code 476A in Orange County, California. For himself, willfully with the intent to defraud, making and delivering a check in the amount of $6,361.88 to Source Motors, Inc. for the payment of money, knowing that at the time of that making and delivering that he had not sufficient funds in the bank for the payment of that check and all other checks, then outstanding in full upon its presentation. This was an act of theft, which is chargeable under the laws of the state of California, which is punishable by imprisonment for more than 1 year and an act of racketeering activity. Nesto, listen, sir. This is just the financial fraud that we're talking about. This is not the CP stuff. This is not, that's bad enough. That by itself. This is not the SA stuff, the human trafficking. Act 19, on and between January 31st, 2019 and March 27, 2019, Ernest Williams committed the felony offense of theft by taking in violation of the code is there in Fulton County by unlawfully taking United States currency and a 2012 Ford Transit Connect vehicle, the property of R. Sanders. Wait a minute. R. Sanders, the value of which was at least $5,000, but less than $25,000, with the intention of depriving said owner of said property and active racketeering. I said, wait a minute, because I looked at the first name and I'm like, this was in Atlanta. And the first name sounded a little bit familiar. So now I'm over here looking like, what is her last name? Not that I think I know this person, but they have the same name as a celebrity that frequents Atlanta. So I'm just gonna do a quick search real quick because I'm like, let me look up hip hop Atlanta. What is her last name? I have to find her last name. Never mind, it's not her. Okay. Same first name, but not the person I was thinking of. Okay. All right, here we go. Next one. This is terrible. This is terrible. This man is done. Okay. If you guys don't already know it, the man is done. On or about March 23rd, 2019, Ernest Williams committed the felony offense of theft by taking in Cobb County by unlawfully taking a Big Tex 22 GN trailer, the property of Big Tex Trailer World, the value of which is at least $5,000 but less than $25,000, with the intention of depriving said owner of said property and active racketeering. So he's not only stealing, but he's stealing for the same people multiple times. Oh my God, let me see what y'all saying in the chat. This is crazy. This is absolutely crazy. This is why Nesto knew from the beginning that he needed more than a public defender. Sonya will say those 39 charges are all civil. It's just ridiculous. Nesto was on, he was on Infamous Sylvia, and that's exactly why I believe that some of what he said on there kind of spawned some of this, but it's also possible that it's just timing. If you notice, timing has been very interesting with this case. Sonya will say something, she'll tell a lie, and then phone calls from prison will find the exact video that proves that she lied. Same thing with Nesto, right? Same thing with Infamous Mandela over here. Timing has just been great. So the same day that he's doing this interview, the grand jury is saying is indicting him on all these charges. Okay, same night, right? Infamous Mandela is over here lying, talking about she's doing a Dre interview and she got Dre and blah 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 and all this other stuff, and then we get the call, and I revealed to you guys that someone who knows him personally shared with me that that's not true. Dre never spoke to this lady. I did a video about it, and then just a week or two later, here come phone calls from prison. She found the video where Dre was like, "No, I never spoke to that lady." So you see, timing is everything. And then did she not do Bible study with Nesto back in March, talking about there's a time for everything. It's a time to reap and a time to sow and a time to live and a time to die. Yeah, there's a time for justice too. Okay, so the prosecution was listening to all that. They're like, you know what? You damn sure right. It's a time for indictment. There you go. Yeah, remember in one of his videos on Instagram, there was a shop owner chasing him to pay for his coffee? No, glorious love. I didn't remember that. Love the shop said Nesto was on IS's live, bragging about the expensive cars he owned. He didn't own nothing. Okay. He had a note on everything. I looked up all those toy vehicles, and boy, oh boy, did he have a taste for a criminal. I'm just saying. You know what? Let me do this. Let me humor you guys for a second. Let me look up one of these big Tex vehicles. What is a big Tex 22 GN trailer? Let's look it up. Big Tex GN. Oh, Big Tex Trailer World came up. Let's see what this is. Oh, okay. I'm gonna share this screen. Can y'all see? Can y'all see that? Hold on. Let me take this down so y'all can see. That's it. That's it right there. That's what it looks like. To make it bigger. So remember, he had a couple of these. Yeah, that's what he stole. And here's the company when I just happened to Google Big Tex. Let me see. Because Big Tex World. Here we go. This big. They have very good ratings, but yeah. So this is ultimately what Nesto was doing. Okay, so where do we leave off? Because it's so much. 23rd, 2019, Ernest Williams committed the felony offense of deposit account fraud in Cobb County. He delivered a check to Big Tex Trailer World in the amount of $1,500 or more for the Big Tex 22 GN trailer, knowing that the check would not be honored by the drawee. This was an act involving theft, which is chargeable under the laws of the state of Georgia and punishable for more than 1 year, and an act of racketeering. Just on these alone, Nesto is finished. Just this alone. So far, every one of these carries more than 1 year if he's convicted. And chances are he's going to be convicted. On and between July 24th, 2020, not around Shirley's birthday. What you doing around her birthday? Okay, so on and between July 24th, 2020 and September 16th, 2020, Ernest Williams committed the felony offense of theft by taking in Fulton County by unlawfully taking United States currency, the property of Calvin C. We already knew his first name, so I'm not going to say his last name. Calvin C. This was the veteran, okay, who he claimed just walked into his shop, never knew him before and whatnot. The value of which was at least $5,000, but less than $25,000, with the intent of depriving said owner of said property. This was an act of racketeering pursuant to, and then they have the code. Okay, oh boy, here we go. Act 23, on or about February 1st, 2021. See, COVID slowed his behind down. Okay, so he only had one theft by taking in 2020 because he couldn't do too much because of COVID. Slowed his little raggedy old ass down. On or about February 1st, 2021, Ernest Williams solicited and coerced Erica King to commit the felony offense of filing false documents. So those of you who are wondering or wondered if Erica King was singing like a canary, yes, ma'am. She was singing. She was singing like a canary. Okay. Because he coerced. Okay. I'm only covering it up in case there's some information that is sensitive. Okay. So on or about February 1st, 2021, Ernest Williams solicited and coerced Erica King to commit the felony offense of filing false documents in Fulton County, knowingly filing a document titled Amended Answer, Defenses, and Counterclaims in the matter of Vista Ray USA Incorporated versus Shirley Strawberry. Then they have the case number in the Magistrate Court of Fulton County, Georgia. Knowing and having reason to know that the document was false and contained the materially false statement and representation that the document had been prepared and filed by attorney April Holloway and, turn to your neighbor and say, and, attorney Nicholas Benzine. This was an act of racketeering activity. So this must have been the house, that last house that they were living in, that real pretty nice big old house that they were living in, that he loved to have videos in. He's washing his hands and she's sitting in front of the fireplace saying, Nesto said his name. That's right. Okay, that house. Yeah, so they got evicted from that house. And they used Erica King as their attorney, pretending to be April Holloway to try to get them a stay or to try to get them to not be evicted. And she filed false documents. So there you go. Now, I don't know if he coerced, he'd solicited. I don't know if he coerced, because Erica King, she's got some serious charges herself. But the point is, he done told everybody who would listen that Erica King is his attorney. I said that, right? I said that. He said that. I wasn't lying. See, they can't say I told them that Erica King was my lawyer, and they said I could only have 2 numbers, and I told them I need my wife's number out my phone, and I need the number to my lawyer, Erica King, or whatever he said. How you don't know your wife's cell phone number? Hey, you've been married to this woman 8 years, and you don't know her cell phone? We know her cell phone number. You don't know her cell phone number? Oh my gosh. All right, let's keep going. Where are we? Okay, so now we on Act 24. Lord have mercy. This is a lot. Let's see if I can get it up on the screen. Okay, hold on. I went too far. Okay, so where were we? Okay, so I don't know the date. This is identity fraud. I guess this is connected to the other one. So on or about, did I read this one already? This is the same one. Okay, so on or about, so he has several charges from February 1st, 2021. The second one is for identity fraud. Okay, again, for willfully, fraudulently, and without authorization and consent, coercing Erica King to use the name of attorney April Holloway, using her identifying information concerning a person, and a false document titled Amended Answer, Defenses, and Counterclaims. So that is connected once again to her pretending to be April Holloway. Same thing, February 1st, another charge. He solicited and coerced Erica King to commit the felony offense of identity fraud in Fulton County, willfully and fraudulently, without authorization and consent, using the name of attorney Nicholas Benzine, identifying information concerning a person in a false document titled Amended Answer, Defenses, and Counterclaims, filed in Fulton County Magistrate Court. Now, wow. It had the nerve to actually file it in the magistrate court like they weren't going to know. This is an act of racketeering. So basically that one thing that he did got him several charges. Okay. So now February 3rd, Ernest Williams, this is 2021. Ernest Williams solicited and coerced Erica King to commit the felony offense of filing false documents in Fulton County by knowingly filing a document titled Notice of Appeal in the matter of Vista Ray USA Inc. versus Shirley Strawberry. And I'm going to look up this information too. I'm going to look up this information and see what I can find on this. I will definitely look it up for you guys. See what I can find. I want to know, what is Vista Ray USA? Let me see if I can look that up real quick and see if this is what I think it is. Vista Ray USA Inc. Yep, property management. Okay, so this is the, I'm gonna share my screen so you guys can see. Okay, so Vista Ray USA Inc. This is a property management company. Okay, y'all see that? Property management company in Duluth, Georgia. So this is the company that I guess this is the company who bald-headed heathen with no edges and sideburns was trying to contact to get a copy of the lease. She wanted to get a copy of the lease to see if there really was a lease and what was on it and blah, blah, blah. And I'm sure she probably got a hold of it. And then she's going to say, well, yeah, well, that was made up because Erica King did that. And she going to ask Nesto, well, how would they know? How would they know, who was rent? Nobody, no company. This is a whole company. Okay. No company is going to just make up that you were renting from them. Okay. That can do that. Anyway, let's keep going. It's foolishness. All right. So that was that. And he filed these documents under the representation of attorney April Holloway and Nicholas Benzine. So a lot of this stuff is, as we said, has to do with Erica King. All right. Poor This is what happens. This is what happens when you play with God. And he's not the only one who's been playing with God. And I'm going to tell you right now, there's some other people out here in these YouTube streets playing with God, and they about to fool around and find out. I'm just saying, they're going to find out. Talking about God don't play about me. We're going to see how much he don't play. Right. He doing all of this, but he calling us broke. Auntie Eva said, yep, just another shoplifting trip for him. How did one man commit all this mess? This was a full-time job. Exactly. It was a full-time job. Exactly. Auntie Eva said, you can't make this stuff up. You can't. I remember that with his busted self. He don't want to pay for nothing. Sure don't. Hey, Lex for Val 0429. How you doing, Queen? And I got King June's poetry in the building. The people who had Stripe can be used. Okay, wait a minute. The people who had Stripe can be used is to bolster his using of Shirley's name to gain influence and commit bad acts. Basically, that's what happened. He used Shirley. He married. That was him marrying her was a part of his con. He knew that the barbershop was a great way, for him to do what it is that he wanted to do, because this is not just about cars. Okay. I truly believe. And remember, he was charged with human trafficking and ex trafficking. And I believe that he was using that barbershop to do some of what he was doing. Okay. Because him and Lamont talking about these hoes. Okay. And they're not talking about regular women. And Dre talking about, you got a whole wife over here with a career, and she got money and she's a beautiful person, and you busy messing with hoes on the bus. His boy Dre has probably changed his phone number. Lamont is probably headed to Dubai. Correction, people who had to strip. Oh, okay. The people who had to strip can be used. That's right. Thank you so much, June's poetry, for the super chat. Got Wisdom's daughter back. King, I appreciate you so much. And you know how this go. May your gift return back to you tenfold. I appreciate you. You guys are awesome. Hope you guys are having fun. I can read a whole lot better than the infamous Mandela martyr, prayer warrior, and all other names she got. I'm just trying to figure out what the end game would be if and when they got caught. They didn't think they were going to get caught. And see, he's telling everybody, yeah, because that was just, I was just leaving some of my property of my cars in the driveway because I was moving from another house. So why didn't you move your cars to your new spot? Okay. He was renting and getting evicted in Shirley Strawberry name without her knowledge. I believe it. The Real Brown Family Chronicles is in the building. How are you, love? All right, let's get back to this reading here. So, okay. So he coerced Erica King to pretend to be April Holloway and Nicholas Benzine, filing false documents. Okay. So let's get to the next one. Oh, I done went too far. Hold on. Hold on, Nestos. Hold on. Went too far. Okay. Let me see. That's about let me see if I can get it a little better. This is hard. Okay. So probably not. So I'm just gonna read the best I can. All right. So it's probably gonna say the same thing. February 3rd, 2021, Ernest Williams solicited and coerced Erica King to commit the offense of, and whatever the offense is, I can't see it. I can't cue it up at the right second to see it. So whatever it is, Oh, okay. So it was probably false filing, okay, or the same thing as the other charge. But basically, without consent and authorization, using the name of attorney April Holloway, identifying information concerning a person in a false document state titled Notice of Appeal. This is the same as the other one. On or about February 3rd, 2021, Ernest Williams solicited and coerced Erica King to commit the felony offense of identity fraud in Fulton County by willfully, fraudulently, without authorization and consent, using the name of attorney Nicholas Benzine, identifying information. Okay, same charge. This is the same thing. So he has 2 counts of identity fraud, one for coercing and soliciting Erica King to pretend to be April Holloway and writing up a notice of appeal, and then pretending to be Nicholas Benzine and writing up an appeal. So she's gonna get hit with a lot of these same charges. This is his Cody, his co-defendant. On or about March 15, 2021, Ernest Williams committed the felony offense of theft by taking in Fulton County by unlawfully taking a Big Tex 14 TL trailer, the property of R. Delaney. Nesto, the value of which was at least $5,000 but less than $25,000, with the intention of depriving said owner of said property. This was an act of racketeering. Lord, this is crazy. This is nuts. I mean, you just taking stuff from everybody. On or about March 24th, 2021, Ernest Williams solicited and coerced Erica King to commit the felony offense of false statements and writings in violation of, and it has the code, in Fulton County by knowingly and willfully making the false statements to Sandy Springs Police Department Detective I. Tomlin that King was attorney April Holloway and that King was an attorney who lawfully represented Ernest Williams during a criminal investigation conducted by Tomlin, said statements being within jurisdiction of the Sandy Springs Police Department, a department of the government of Sandy Springs. This was an act of racketeering activity. Oh my gosh. Wow. Wow. So that's what it is. Oh my goodness. Wow. All right. So Act 33. On or about March 24th, 2021. Did I read this already? I feel like I read this already. This is identity fraud. Yeah, same one. I read this already. So this is him saying that his attorney, it's Erica King. He coerced her to say that she was April Holloway. Okay, so some of these are identical. I'm not going to read the same ones over and over. Another charge of identity fraud on April 1st, solicited and coerced Erica King to commit the felony offense of identity fraud in Fulton County by willfully and fraudulently without authorization or consent using the name of attorney April Holloway, identifying information concerning a person by falsely representing to Sandy Springs Police Department Detective Tomlin in a one-on-one telephone conversation that King was attorney April Holloway, while purporting to represent Ernest Williams during a criminal investigation being conducted by Tomlin. This was an act of racketeering activity. So they done took all of this identity stuff, all of his stuff by taking, theft by deception, theft by consideration, theft by baptismization. I'm making up stuff now. And basically put it under one RICO. Wow. This is why Tasha K said that he got a RICO coming. She knew. On and between April 5th, 2021 and April 9th, 2021, Ernest Williams solicited and coerced Erica King to commit the felony offense of identity fraud in Fulton County by willfully and fraudulently without authorization and consent using the name of attorney April Holloway, identifying information concerning a person and falsely representing to Sandy Springs Police Department Detective Tomlin in email communications that King was attorney April Holloway while purporting to represent Ernest Williams during a criminal investigation being conducted by Tomlin. This was an act of racketeering. Listen, y'all need to educate your nieces, your nephews, your children, your grandchildren, your godchildren, anybody's children, okay? About stuff like this, because this is the same situation with the Sandy Springs. They done charged him with identity fraud for an email, for a telephone call, and for lying in an in-person one-on-one interview. Well, damn. Act 36. On or about August 15, 2021, Ernest Williams committed the felony offense of theft by taking in Fulton County by unlawfully taking a 1998 Provost Royale vehicle, the property of Gail Bickham. I'm only mentioning her name because her name is already out there. It's already been mentioned. The value of which exceeded $24,999.99 with the intention of depriving said owner of said property. This was an act of racketeering, and it sure was. Wonder what bonehead Bonytail got to say about this. What you got to say now, Bonytail? On or about August 15, 2021, this is right before my wedding, Ernest Williams committed the felony offense of theft by taking in Fulton County, unlawfully taking a 2021, by the way, paid off because there was no lien. It was a paid, it was fully paid. It was paid in full. There was no car note. 2021 Mercedes-Benz GLE vehicle, the property of Gail Bickham, the value of which exceeded $24,999.99, with the intention of depriving said owner of said property. This was an act of racketeering. Act 38. Oh, I thought I had it. Hold on. Okay. On or about November 21st, 2021. Well, doggone it. That's when I bought my house. Okay. Ernest Williams committed the felony offense of theft of services in Fulton County by knowingly obtaining vehicle repair services which were available only for compensation, the value of which was at least $1,500.01 for less than $5,000 for Palmer, Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram, by deception and with the intent to avoid payment. This was an act of racketeering. On or about November 21st, 2021, Ernest Williams solicited and coerced unindicted co-conspirator, individual number 1. This is probably Erica King, whose identity is known to the grand jury, to commit the felony offense of deposit account fraud. Or maybe not, because they've been saying Erica King. They've been saying Erica King a lot. So maybe, do you guys think this is Dominique? Is this Dominique, baby? Who was with Nesto when he presented this check? Who was with him? Was it Dominique? I gotta go back and find out. If you guys know, let me know. So he committed the felony offense of deposit account fraud in Fulton County, making, drawing, and delivering check number 212, an instrument for the payment of money in payment of money on Naval Federal Credit Union, a bank located within the state of Georgia, to Palmer, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, in the amount of $2,774.40 for the present consideration of vehicle repair services, knowing that said check will not be honored by the drawee. This was an act involving theft, which is chargeable under the laws of the state of Georgia, which is punishable by imprisonment for more than 1 year, and an act of racketeering. Act number 40. On or about December 1st, 2021, this man, he can't stop. Committed felony offense of financial transaction card fraud in Bartow County, Georgia, with the intent to defraud Precinct 1 Auto Sales and Melody Scretchen. Again, her name is already out there. This is the teacher. Gail Bickham, real estate agent. This is the teacher. Obtaining goods and services of a value of $2,000 by giving orally and in writing a MasterCard financial statement, card account number ending in well, I don't have to tell you the card number, to Precinct 1 Auto Sales, Inc., the provider of the goods and services for billing purposes without authorization and permission of Melody Scretchen, the card holder for such use. Let Bonytail, aka that heathen, that bald-headed heathen, okay, with sideburns and no edges, say that it's civil now, okay? Because she kept saying, oh, it's civil, it's civil, it's civil, it's civil. Yeah, let her say now. Let her now say that it is civil. Hold on a second. Let me just put this disclaimer back up there. She's always talking about it's civil. Okay, well, it ain't. How about that? It ain't civil. And it's a felony, okay? You thought it was civil? It's a felony. Stupid. Can't stand stupid people. Okay. Act. Where did we leave off? 41. All right, here we go. On or about December 1st, 2021, Ernest Williams committed the offense of identity fraud in Fulton County by willfully and fraudulently without authorization and consent using a MasterCard belonging to Melody Scretchen, identifying information concerning a person for unauthorized purchase in the amount of $2,000 at Precinct 1 Auto Sales, an act of racketeering. Act number 42. Went too far. I'm trying to get it. If I can't, then I'll just skip on because this is a lot. This man is disgusting. Okay. Here we go. Act 42. On or about December 1st, 2021, Ernest Williams committed the felony offense of financial transaction card fraud in Gwinnett County, Georgia, with the intent to defraud Loris Trucks and Melody Scretchen, obtaining goods and services of a value of $1,071.12 by orally and in writing by giving orally and in writing a Visa financial transaction card account number to Loris Trucks, the provider of the goods and services for billing purposes, without the authorization and permission of Melody Scretchen, the cardholder, for such use, and active racketeering. On or about December 31st, 2021, Ernest Williams committed the felony offense of identity fraud in Fulton County by willfully, fraudulently, without authorization and consent, using a Visa card ending in blank belonging to Melody Scretchen, identifying information concerning a person for unauthorized use in the amount of $1,071.12 at Loris Trucks. This is an act of racketeering. So it's the same transaction, and they hit him twice. Good for him. Good for him. On or about December 2nd, 2021, Ernest Williams committed the felony offense of financial transaction fraud in Gwinnett County with the intent to defraud Loris Trucks and Melody Scretchen, obtaining goods and services of a value of $800 by giving orally and in writing a Visa financial transaction card account number ending in blank to Loris Trucks, the provider of the goods and services for billing purposes, without the authorization and permission of Melody Scretchen. This was an act of racketeering. So if I'm not mistaken, I don't know which vehicle he got from Loris Trucks, but it sounds like he was using Melody Scretchen's credit card to pay a bill that he owed, to pay for, another vehicle of his. Like, I mean, he acted like this was his sugar mama. She ain't Shirley. You just using this lady's money like that. Okay. On or about December 2nd, 2021, Ernest Williams committed the felony offense of financial transaction card fraud in Gwinnett County with the intent to defraud Loris Trucks and Melody Scretchen, obtaining goods and services of a value of $1,000 by giving orally and in writing a master card ending in blank to Loris Trucks, the provider of the goods and services for billing purposes, without the authorization and permission of Melody Scretchen, and act of racketeering. On or about December 2nd, 2021, Ernest Williams committed the felony offense of identity fraud, willfully and fraudulently without permission and consent, Bonitail, using a credit card ending in blank belonging to Melody Scretchen in the amount unauthorized of $1,000 at Loris Trucks. An act of racketeering. This is just a RICO. All of this is just a RICO. This dude, we're on act number 48. On or about December 4th, 2021, Ernest Williams committed the felony offense of financial transaction card fraud in Gwinnett County with intent to defraud Loris Trucks and Melody Scretchen, obtaining goods and services a value of $1,000 by giving orally and in writing a Visa card ending in blank to Loris Trucks, the provider of the goods and services for billing purposes, without the permission and authorization of Melody Scretchen, the card holder, for such use. This was an act of racketeering. All right, I'm gonna speed through the rest of these because it's a lot more. So January 1st, 2022, between January 21st and 2022, they don't know the exact date. Nesto committed theft by taking another felony, by unlawfully taking a 2018 Nissan Altima, the property of Melody Scretchen, the value of which was at least $5,000 but less than $25,000, with the intent of depriving said owner of said property, and act of racketeering. On or about February 7th, 2022, I don't know what's up with the beginning of the year, but Nesto thought it was a late Christmas. He solicited and coerced coerced Erica King to commit the felony offense of filing false documents in Fulton County by knowingly filing a document titled Notice of Appearance and Substitution of Counsel in the matter of R. Delaney versus Ernesto Williams in the Magistrate Court of Fulton County, knowing and having reason to know that the document was false and contained a false statement and representation. This was an act of racketeering. And basically, she pretended once again that it was filed by April Holloway. So remember when they found, when they raided Erica King's house at, I think it was 980 Pine Grove, they found, what do you call those things? Notary stamps and all kind of things like that. That of all types of lawyers and all type of stuff where it was clear that fraud was occurring. Okay, on or about February 7th, Ernest Williams solicited and coerced Erica King to commit the felony offense of identity fraud in Fulton County by willfully and fraudulently without authorization and consent using the name of attorney April Holloway, identifying information in a false document titled Notice of Appearance and Substitution of Counsel. This was an act of racketeering. This is Act 52. She said this document is like 30 pages long. We on page 20. All right, let me see where we at. Act 53. Okay, I done went too far ahead. Lord have mercy. And this is just count one. This is one count of racketeering. This is, you guys, this is just count one. On or about February 7, 2022, Ernest Williams solicited and coerced Erica King to commit the felony offense of identity fraud in Fulton County by willfully and fraudulently without authorization and consent using the name of April Holloway and her identifying information by falsely representing to Judge Ashley Drake that King was attorney April Holloway while purporting to represent Ernest Williams in a warrant application hearing in Fulton County Magistrate. This was the hearing where they were on Zoom and they questioned, "Are you April Holloway?" And she said, "Yes, I am." Someone must have known that April Holloway don't look anything like Erica King and asked for her lawyer identification number. Whatever number, or her bar number, her license number, whatever number she provided was not correct. So she says, "Hold on, I have to go off Zoom for just a second and I'll get the right information." It was a clerical error. So because most people you should know, you should, that's your license number. You should know. It's not like a driver's license that you don't use. But anyway, she comes back on the Zoom and she forgets to change the name back to April Holloway. The name defaulted back to Erica King. And they're like, "Erica King, who's Erica King?" And she's like, "Oh, that's my secretary." Anyway, that is my assistant. She didn't say secretary. That's my assistant. That's my assistant. Okay, whatever she said. That's my clerk. That's my assistant, whatever. And that's when they're like, "No, something's wrong. Something's very wrong here." And, she was caught. She was caught. And this is the same Zoom where they have a picture of where Nesto was. Nesto was in the house right next door. This house, he said he never rented, don't know the landlord, but he was up in the top floor of the house in an office during this Zoom. And this is the Zoom where she's supposed to be representing Shirley, although Shirley wasn't there. Nesto was, regarding this house. So he had two cases around the same time. One case was against the lady that we mentioned earlier. I'm not going to say the whole name. He took her. What did he take from her? Was it her Harley Davidson? She had some vehicle that he took because apparently he definitely was messing around with this lady. I'm not going to say he was, he couldn't have been living with her, but he was definitely staying there because this is one of the victims who said, where Nesto claims that the landlord told him that you have to move the truck or the vehicle or whatever it was. And he moved it moved it right over to where Erica King was and never gave the lady back her vehicle. Now, why would the landlord know Nesto well enough to say, "You need to move this vehicle"? And where did he get the keys from? So, and she must not have been home at the time. So he obviously was in her house. Anyway, getting back to all this foolishness. Judge Ashley Drake, we are all trying to find that Zoom. We are all trying to find that Zoom. And I've been trying to find it. And it's just, I haven't been able to find it. On and between March 28th and April 17, 2022, Nesto committed the felony offense of theft by taking in Fulton County, Georgia, by unlawfully taking United States currency, the property of C. Mays, the value which exceeded $24.99.99 with the intention of depriving said owner of the property and act of racketeering on or about May 4th, 2022. He was on one this year. Ernest Williams did commit the felony offense of theft by taking in Forsyth County, Georgia, by unlawfully taking a 2021 Harley Davidson vehicle, the property of this name you guys already know, Olivia Washington, and I'll tell you why you know this name. The value of which exceeded $24,999.99. You know this name because this is the lady, and thank you so much for the $20 super sticker. I am Mrs. BB, and a pimp named Nesto done came through. Thank you so much for the $1.99 super chat. May your gifts return back to you tenfold. A pimp named Nasty Nesto said, Lamont, DeAndre, Sonya, prayer warrior, partner. We know this lady, Olivia Washington, because if you remember, when Nesto had Gail Bickham write him out these checks, one of the checks was for $6,000 to an Olivia Washington, although she was also listed as a victim. We got Mecca Dawn in the building. Mecca Dawn, we missed you. Old School Nixie said, I wonder if Erica worked with the prosecutor and turned state's evidence against Nesto to save herself. You know she did. You already know she did. She's not going to get off, but she will probably get her sentence reduced. Sonya better send that wedding dress back to Tamu. Your man going to be a guest of the state for a while. Kimmy who? He's going to be a guest of the state forever. Okay. Tamara Palmer said, hey, Kim folk. When the prey warrior prays, RICO answers. What? When the prayer warrior prays, RICO answers. That is so funny. Nightbot, listen, Nightbot, I don't know what happened. I think he was drinking last night. Okay. Mechadon, what did you give Nightbot? Whatever concoction you came up with, combination of Henny and some Patron, whatever he had didn't work because Nightbot is, he ain't biting, he ain't nighting. Nightbot went night. Not the Federal Credit Union, absolutely. She said he gonna get life for that. The Real Brown Family Chronicle says Sonya and Sylvia led Nesto to the water to be baptized. Dion told him that big head hoe and blogger was going to get his ass baptized. He should have listened to his son. That got to be my favorite comment. I love it. I'm interested in knowing if anyone else will be in the RICO. That's what I'm trying to find out. I'm telling you, every time he goes on her platform, new things popping. Thank you so much, LaShawn, for your comment. Absolutely. Let's keep going, y'all. All right, because it's about to get really interesting in a minute. So that is how we know Olivia Washington. On or about June 10th, 2022, Ernest Williams solicited and coerced Erica King to commit the felony offense of identity fraud in Phoenix County. This now is against, so they fraudulently and without authorization and consent used the name of attorney Eileen Moorman, okay, in a fraudulent demand letter addressed to Mark Kroll, while purporting to represent Black Heritage Radio Association Trust. My God, this was an act of racketeering. So Mark Kroll is the owner of the house at either 980 or 990 Pine Grove, one of them. Okay. So yeah, they thought they were slick. This is what happens with criminals. Criminals always think they're smarter than they really are. They always think they're smarter than they really are. Okay. I went too far. Hold on. Okay, so I got this one, got that one. That was Act 56. Okay, so we're at 57 now. Listen, I'm losing track. Listen, Nesto, thank God Nesto wasn't there when they were reading all of this, because that man probably would have died in the goddamn chair. All right, on or about June 30th. 2022. This is right before he's arrested. Okay. Ernest Williams committed the felony offense of theft by taking in Fulton County, Georgia, by unlawfully taking a 2022. By unlawfully taking a 2002 Prevost Liberty vehicle, the property of Gail Bickham, the value of which exceeded $24,999.99 with the intention of depriving said owner of said property. This was an act of racketeering. Okay, Nesto. All right. Now we are on count number 2. That all that was just count number. Now he has 30, this says 39 counts. So all that I read to you was just count 1. Count 2, the grand jurors aforesaid in the name and behalf of the citizens of Georgia do hereby charge and accuse Ernest Williams with the offense of false swearing for the said accused in Fulton County, Georgia, on or about December 16th, 2014, unlawfully having been administered a lawful oath and having executed a document knowing that it purported to be an acknowledgement of a lawful oath, knowingly and willfully made false statements that each of Ernest Williams' prior marriages had been dissolved by divorce, and that Ernest Williams was not subject to any legal impediment or other reason Ernest Williams should not be married. And then they have the marriage license application number listed. This was in probate court, okay? It says a matter other than a judicial hearing. I'm sorry, a matter other than a judicial proceeding and said crime was unknown until at least April 12th, 2024. So that proves that when Shirley went to file that divorce, they found out that he had all these other wives, or that he had at least one wife who he divorced after he married Shirley. When she went to file her divorce, they probably looked it up and saw that there was a divorce decree and a divorce certificate for his marriage to the wife that divorced him in 2021. Was it Edith? I can't remember now. Listen, I'm my brain is fried reading all this stuff. So there's your answer. For those of you who are wondering how they found out, that's how they found out. He has count 3 for the same thing. Okay, filing false documents. So the first one, same situation. Count 2 is false swearing. Count 3, same situation, filing false documents. I'm not going to read it because it's the same thing. All right, let's move to count number 4. Can I get to it? I don't know if I can get to it. Okay, so count number 4 is the bigamy. Here we go. Count number 4. And the grand jurors aforesaid in the name and behalf of the citizens of Georgia do hereby charge and accuse Ernest Williams with the offense of bigamy. For the said accused in Fulton County, Georgia, on or about January 9th, 2015, unlawfully while being married to Martha. Well, I just answered my own question, okay? While being married to Martha Halliburton Williams, and knowing that his lawful spouse was living, married Shirley Clark Strawberry and carried on a bigamous cohabitation with Shirley Clark Strawberry, and said crime was unknown until at least April 12, 2024, contrary to the laws of the said state, the good order, peace, and dignity thereof. Well, guess what? Nesto don't do anything in order, peace, or dignity. So there you have it. They found out that he was still married to Martha when he got married to Shirley. So, wow. Count 5 is a theft by taking. This is between January 31st, 2019 and March 27th, 2019. He took United States currency and a 2012 Ford Transit Connect vehicle, the property of R. Sanders, the value of at least $5,000, but less than $25,000. Also, count number 6 has to do with theft by taking. This was the incident that happened July 24th this is the Calvin incident. So he was also, so some of these, it's the same crime, but he's getting charged. He has multiple counts. So he's being charged with a felony under the RICO, but he's also being charged and accused in general. Let me just read this here by chart. Okay. Wow. So he has 39 counts. 39 counts of everything from RICO to theft by taking to all this other stuff. Oh my goodness. So I won't read them over because it's going to take too long. I'll just say, the names and what it was for, because I've already read all this. So count 7 is on behalf of So this is the Erica King situation. It says, this one I will read. And the grand jurors aforesaid in the name of behalf of the citizens of Georgia do hereby charge and accuse Ernest Williams and Erica King with the offense of conspiracy to commit unauthorized practice of law. Wow. It says that took place between February 1st, 2021 and March 18, 2021. So this is around the time that infamous Mandela over there and, Bonytail, bald-headed heathen with edges and no edges and sideburns. She's over here talking about, yeah, see, I got an alibi. I know where he was. Yeah, okay. So much for your alibi. You need to have a seat. So they unlawfully conspired to cause Erica King, a person not a duly licensed attorney at law, to practice and appear as an attorney at law for Ernest Williams before the magistrate court of Fulton County, and to hold herself out to Judge Todd Ashley as being entitled to practice law. So basically, she pretended to be a lawyer in court. She lied. Okay. She's not licensed to practice law, and they have the case number there. So that was that one. That might have been the situation where Sonya was like, why would you sit in court and you told them that this is, your lawyer, and you didn't say anything. So count 8 has to do with the amended answer defenses and counterclaims against Vista Ray. That's also Erica King and Nesto. Identity fraud having to do with them pretending to be Erica Holloway. Count 10. So these are basically all the counts. I'm not going to read them again. I'm going to see if there's anything here that has to do with the child peace stuff, or is this just the financial crimes? This looks like it's just the Erica King stuff. I'm probably going to need a day to process this because my mind is just absolutely blown. It absolutely is blown. I'm just going to scroll through to see if there's anything interesting else that I see. Yeah, and it's not. Wow. So this is basically the financial crimes that they've all bundled under a RICO. So, all right. But if you guys want to hear Pam explain this and answer questions and things like that, if you haven't seen her live, go back and watch the replay. I'm going to go ahead and stop sharing. This was a lot. Y'all. 40 charges so far and still adding. Yeah. She said wasn't married by April 2024 though. Oh my gosh. Wow, you guys. This is I showed this earlier. Okay. So side chick and fake journalist sealed his fate. Okay. Nesto is a damn fool. June's Poetry said, I think 2 through 39 support the racketeering charge and are charged separately. Wow. That's crazy. June's Poetry, if you're correct. I don't see Auntie No's Kitchen is not here. She could probably explain a little bit, but yeah, I think you're right. So basically, he's getting charged multiple times for the same crime, and that's exactly what he gets. Oh my goodness. Wow. So he's over here doing Bible study at the Church of Latter-day Side Chicks, and by his 39 charges, he's been indicted. Okay. Reading from the book of Sylvia. Y'all know I like to have fun with these thumbnails, and I couldn't help myself. I'm sorry. Actually, I'm not sorry. I have way too much fun. All right, y'all ready? Here we go. 1, 2, 3, go. Okay. She gonna be over there like, hey, Nesto, how are you doing? I came to visit you again. Read you some scriptures. You need to stop praying for this man. Okay, we need Shirley's prayers. Where is Shirley? We need Shirley's prayers. You need to stop praying for this man. We need Shirley's prayers because your prayers ain't working. Your prayers are not working. I'm going to play. Let me see. What am I going to do? Because it's almost 11 o'clock. I don't want to hold you guys too long. And we're going to continue this. This is part 1. We're going to continue, not with the indictment, but what I wanted to when we run out of time. But what I wanted to do is you know what? Let's do it real quick. Because it's not long. We're going to take a look at the Charleston White. We're going to take a look at can I find it? Let me see. We're going to take a look at the Charleston White interview. Okay. I believe I have it queued up. Hold on 1 second and I'll share it. Okay. So I believe it's at the 27-minute mark. Let me see. Let me see. Hold on a second. Let me look at his transcript so I can see when this actually starts. So this is the Charleston White interview where he actually talks about how he met Nesto. I want to end off with that, so we can have it because it's funny. It's funny how he tells his story. Okay, let me see exactly where it is. I want to get it queued up. Hang on, guys. I should have had it queued up, but I don't. So, hold on a second. It says page not responsive. All right. Give me 1 second, guys. Let me find it. What y'all talking about in the chat? Megadon said that's not what that's how Georgia does. You commit one crime and they make 3 to 4 charges out of it. Okay, I got it. Let me just get to where he starts. Oh, he talking about some coffee, DICK. Lord. Okay, hold on. I'm almost there. Almost got it. Okay. Okay, I got it. Okay. Here we go. Let me just share my screen real quick and we'll end off with this. Pimp named Nesto said, it's a bad time to do crime in Georgia, apparently. Essay and CP to come. Stay tuned. That's right. June. It's coming. LaShawn said, no prosecutor is going to use that info to throw away the key, deem him unfit for society. Yeah, listen, he needs a psyche valve. This is, do you guys remember months ago? Because you probably don't even realize my YouTube channel is only 5 months old. Let me see. December, January, February, March, April. Yeah. My YouTube channel is only 5 months old. As a matter of fact, today's the 25th. No, it's the 18th. The 18th was the official launch day because it was right before Thanksgiving in November. So this channel is only 5 months old, y'all. It's still it's a baby. It's a new channel. But do you guys remember me telling you that somebody told me behind the scenes 3-4 months ago that his situation is bad? It's worse than we really know. This dude, I don't even know what to say about. I don't have any jokes for y'all. I don't even know what to say. This is crazy. However, whenever men commit crimes like this, they need a woman. Why would Erica King let this man con her into doing this? And I don't really believe he conned her at all. I think she copped out. Okay, so we just gonna say that he did it. All right, and we could use that because we just want to put him away. So tell us everything. All right, let me share this. Enough talking wisdom. Let's go ahead and share this Charleston White because this story is funny.
Talk. You don't know what you talking about. I didn't even believe it.
Damn.
I didn't even believe it. Nobody believed, nigga. You nobody.
I remember well, when you were going to Atlanta, and I think some people was trying to like pimp on you.
Yeah, that was Shirley with the strawberry letter. Nesto. So it was a woman by the name of Erica King. I get a message one day. So I just got on Instagram, and my Instagram had shot to like 100,000. I hadn't even been on there like 45 days. That bitch shot up to 100,000.
Yeah.
And I mean that bitch just shooting up. And this is all organically.
Yeah.
And I'm doing everything wrong. I'm posting like I'm on Facebook, long paragraph.
I'm like, yo, Charleston, stop posting the memes, dog.
Yeah,
you posting pictures and
man,
shit.
I'm Facebooking it like a motherfucker on Instagram, like an old nigga. So, nigga, I don't know. I'm Facebook king, so I don't know. So I get a message one day. Said, hey, how much would you charge me to be my life coach? So naturally, nigga go look and see what the woman look like. You don't think what to charge the bitch, nigga. I want some pussy. That's you say you want to charge, but nigga take pussy to life coach. You'll take payment at first once y'all start liking each other, and that's what happened, right? So I meet this woman. We talk, and I didn't have an iPhone, so we talked through Messenger. So she said, James, something to James. So I'm saying, man, I wonder who James is. She said, James, I'm getting on the elevator. I said, elevator? So that's what I'm saying to myself. Elevator? Man, I know this bitch ain't got no house with an elevator. So she said, yeah, go live. I don't even want to show you. So they scamming me. Nigga, I ain't blue nowhere. So they picked me, right? So the next conversation was, how soon can you come to Atlanta? We want to put you in media training. God damn it, I done made. Woo, I'm on my big man, shit. So, nigga, when I get there, I had them dreads. I had that motherfucking black. I put on my best motherfucking outfit. That motherfucking Muhammad Ali, a cool outfit, all black. That was my best that was my go-to outfit. Guaranteed to get some pussy when I wear it. Boy, I go up there, nigga, looking dusty. With them princess cut diamonds in my mouth. She thought they were some old rusty golds until she saw me in person. She said, oh, you. So when I'm standing outside, little old country nigga, first time in Atlanta, I'm on the phone with my nigga. I said, shit, nigga, she say she out here. I said, shit, nigga, I know this ain't her in this motherfucking white motherfucking Rolls Royce with the motherfucking butler standing out there. She called and said, hey, I'm in the white car. I tell me, say, because I was on the phone. Say, nigga, she in that motherfucking Rolls Royce. Man, shit, nigga, I fuck around. I come back home because I had been looking through the pictures.
Yeah. And
the pictures, she had got the BBL, so she was looking good in the motherfucker. Get in that motherfucker, boy, she was dressed like the Atlanta housewife hoes look. The love and hip hop hoes. You know how they got that look. So that's fascinating too, because we watch it on TV. And we in the motherfucking Rolls Royce with a driver. And he opened the door and took a nigga luggage. Man, I don't know. I ain't know what to do. So we get to the house. It's a 3-story house. It's probably 1.82 million elevator in it. You got Bentley's, road, all this in the driveway. I'm being.
He said 1.2 elevator. What? So apparently the house was 3 levels, had an elevator in it. I don't know what he's talking about, this driveway. What house is this? I'm trying to figure out. What house is this that's 3 stories with an elevator?
And scam, my nigga. But I don't know this.
What? Go ahead, my bad.
So nigga, she go upstairs and get out that fancy motherfucking shit with all that jewelry on and come down with them motherfucking loose booty shorts on, showing that motherfucking nice BBL. And nigga, I damn near nut up. Cause I mean, man, I'm in my mind, nigga, this is a rich bitch, nigga, man, god damn. Nigga, they rocking me to sleep. So that first night we chilled and kick it. She still working me over with the life coach shit. With the praise and admiration. But putting everything in my face. Boy, that motherfucking nigga Shaka Zulu said, how did you trap a monkey? With shiny objects. So that's how they trap us, homie, with these shiny motherfucking eyes. They got me too. So I stayed there like 3 days. I come back within probably a week later. So now they offered me a contract. But they trying to rush it so fast because I'm so green. I'm game tight, but I don't know nothing about this industry shit.
Yeah.
So they running circles around me. So they had me sign a contract that was outdated. I don't know it's outdated at the time. They just rushed me to get me to sign it. So now I'm going through media training. So at that time, I probably had seen Nesto probably a couple times. So he come over, introduce himself. So he played real laid back and cool. He just been to the feds and everything. Handsome old nigga with the gray beard that still can fuck the young hoe. And so Shirley with the strawberry letter, they pulling up in the motherfucking Bentleys and Rolls Royce. Nesto driving her. So nigga, I'm amazed by this shit. You know what I'm saying, nigga? And I'm in a motherfucking 3-story house, and they let me cap like this mine. You Yeah, they let me in every time I go upstairs. I got Fendi, so that's when you see me with the. I got all this name brand. So nigga, they rocking me to sleep. Only to try to groom me to become Kevin Samuels, to be his, to go against him. So that was the whole.
That was the plan.
That was the plan. Yeah, they wanted me.
They told you that.
Yeah, they were grooming me. So if you meant in the beginning, I was attacking him.
Yeah,
I ain't know nothing about him. Had never watched none of his videos. So they were grooming me to be his nemesis.
I remember that.
So that second trip, nigga, she bring that motherfucking champagne out with me. She bring that motherfucking high dollar Dom Perignon champagne out. We end up going downstairs to that motherfucking bottom floor with a big ass motherfucking room, or the motherfucking shower like a room. And nigga, we cut that radio on so James can't hear us fucking. I took that motherfucking coffee. I took that motherfucking coffee up there and put that coffee dick on her. And boy, James heard everything rocking. Yeah, boy, that coffee had that dick blowed up bigger than what it's supposed to be. And that motherfucker got a look on it. You hear me? That bitch look like that rhino
coffee.
Dick. What? Let me show you. Yeah, I'm gonna got that motherfucking coffee dick. Boy, that motherfucker had that motherfucker looking like that rhino dick. Now, don't y'all go look at no rhino dick. Now, that motherfucking coffee, this when you want to style and pro. So, boy, I take that motherfucking coffee dick up there and spring her. I give you some. But you get into it with your girl, nigga, you can smooth out everything. Ain't bullshit. Man, shit, you can't fuck like that without this here. But listen, so nigga, I put that coffee dick on and sprang her. Not, I don't know. James is an old nigga, right? Like 50-something years old. He playing butler. Nigga, she don't touch nothing out the cabinet. She don't know what's in it by James. So I'm saying, we got a butler. So nigga, James is that I beck and call. The whole game is nigga, James is really her husband. Nesto, everybody, man, you can't tell me Shirley with the strawberry letter wasn't in on it. Everybody running circles around me. So me and the bitch fucking now. Now she want to know how much money you say your wife gave you. I'm gonna buy. So now, nigga, I'm ready to call home and say, baby, listen, we go play like we getting divorced. I can get about 100,000 out this bitch. So now I'm hollering about playing, but I ain't playing. I'm thinking about leaving my wife to come be with this rich bitch. And yeah, I'm just gonna send you some money, baby.
So you walking all throughout the crib and you haven't met the husband yet?
James is the husband, but he playing the butler.
Okay.
I'm thinking James is the butler.
Okay.
James playing a hell of a role.
So you met him plenty of times.
He the nigga standing outside the door playing butler.
Bringing you the food or
he
whatever.
Cooking, he waiting on hand and foot. And I'm plunging in his wife and he up there playing like he got to go to work in the morning.
She younger than him?
Way younger than him. She was younger than me. So and she was a nice looking chick.
He knew you was hitting that.
I was making noise with that coffee dick. Boy, you hear me? Boy, you ain't no silence with that motherfucker there. She lying to me. Pressing knob, nigga. So he had told her. So the next day she said, we got to be quiet. We went to the third floor this time because he can hear her making noise on the bottom. So we went up to the third floor. So nigga, she laying all the motherfucking D's out. So now she telling, say, look, show Sauce Walker this. That when Sauce Walker had just got his Rolls Royce or something. So she's saying, show the D's on this. Tell Sauce Walker you can't get no Savage. So I went to fucking with Sauce. She laying out all the D's to the Lamborghini truck. Yeah, homie, they scamming. I'm talking about that's big shit. So the homie PGF Shout, the rapper, he booked me. He the first rapper booked me to do an intro and an outro on a song, that Statistic song. So she hollered at him. She set up the booking, $5,000. Boy, this is my first big payday. Man, all I gotta do a song. So he cash out me $2,500. She take the other $2,500. But I'm here when I get the $2,500, right? So I'm supposed to get the other $2,500 when I get there. So when I get there, she trying to play lovey-dovey. Bitch, I want that $2,500. He said he gave you. Yeah, she trying to play lovey-dovey. So I think it was All-Star Weekend. That's when me and Shannon Briggs met for the first time. We kick it like a motherfucker at KOD. I don't give her none of that coffee dick. Boy, I met that motherfucking KOD. With that coffee dick sitting at the bar, trying to knock me something. Done left her back here, right? So when I come back, I don't give her that coffee dick, and I got the Uber to the airport. I'm saying, say, man, where that 2,500 at? And the bitch go crazy. Oh, you think you finna just fuck? You ain't gonna fuck me. You finna go fuck your wife? Man, where that 2,500 at? Get out my house. And the bitch go to tripping. I was out on bond for that aggravated assault shit with the deadly weapon with half a body. So I had to play it real cool because my bondman had this address, you know, because this is where the bondman got me checking in it with my GPS shit. So the bitch hollering, get out. I said, oh, this one of them kind of hoes. And the bitch tried to kick my suitcase. And damn near fall down the stair. Man, I hurry up and run out the goddamn half before I catch one of them bullshit domestic violence. Bitch, I ain't
Charleston White, she fall down the star because you went up star and she done kick your suitcase and almost fall down the star. Lord have mercy.
One of them kind of nigga. So as I'm going outside, James coming in saying, what's wrong? Man, this bitch crazy. So I hit Shannon Briggs. I Uber to KOD, party with that nigga all night long. And so I burn off. And so I don't hear from her no while. So now, this where the fuckery come. You signed to a contract. So she talking that shit about she go sue me, they go do this and all this other kind of shit. And then she hollering she pregnant. Yeah, then she hollering she pregnant. So we meet up in Miami. Go to a few resorts. That coffee dick a motherfucker, you hear me? You can't give him that coffee dick and then don't come back with that motherfucking wet noodle piece, you hear me? Nah, them hoes go to tripping. Yeah, they go think you been fucking. Cause that mother, So we get into it in Florida. And nigga, we part ways. And I don't see her for a while. So the bitch playing like she pregnant.
Trying to keep you around.
Yeah, bitch playing like she don't know I'm a rotten motherfucker. I got these two right here to make up for a motherfucker I don't know. So she sending me pictures and shit, nigga, all that she done been to the delivery room. So I'm playing cold-hearted like a motherfucker. She trying to she doing all kind of shit. So we lose contact. I don't know her and Nesto. That's how I lost my first YouTube channel. They hit me for like 20,000 out my bank account because the contract that they had, you get your ID, you know, like a real job, you're 1099. So they got my information. So nigga, I'm looking through the contract thinking they really got me. I said, man, this motherfucker outdated. Oh, bitch, y'all tried to do something slick and fucked up and gave me one of y'all old outdated contract. This shit void. But nigga, they so cold. They don't went and created a fake marriage certificate like me and this bitch married. So that's why you see when she was on Tasha K, she was saying I'm her wife.
Okay, I'm not sure where he got the Tasha K part, because he got that part a little confused, at least to my knowledge. If he's talking about the Tasha K interview with with Boneytail, yeah, not to my knowledge was Erica King ever on Tasha K. So that part I'm not sure what he's remembering, but I wouldn't put it past Erica King to pretend that she was married to him.
When she was doing all them interviews on YouTube, the bitch was saying I'm her wife. Like me and my wife ain't really married. Man, they had a fake motherfucking marriage certificate. Not only that, me and her and Nesto were creating fake judgments against me. Like the court was putting judgments out against me. So the bitch was playing like she was in law school. She graduated from Auburn. So these ain't no dumb motherfuckers. And Nesto a fed nigga. So nigga, they done created fake judgment, sending it to my bank. Nigga snatching the money, getting YouTube to give the money over her as my wife. Man, they got a mean motherfucking game. Not only that, they done went and created non-profits in my name because I got a great reputation in the non-profit world. So they got me. So I don't know none of this happening. I just know, nigga, Yeah. I ain't talked to the bitch. Yeah. And so yeah, I ain't talked to the bitch. So she doing all these interviews on YouTube. So my wife's seeing this shit.
Mm.
Yeah. I tried to deny it for but yeah, nigga can't lie for long. Yeah, you feel like you're a coward. So yeah, baby, this bitch for rich, baby. I ain't never been this man. Maybe yeah, man, you can't take a poor nigga up to the castle and think if the queen wanna fuck him, he ain't gonna fuck the queen, and he been a peasant all that motherfucking life. Anybody can fuck the peasant. So yeah, so yeah, nigga, I was a peasant. Yeah, I come out the pasture and went to the palace. And yeah, like the nigga slave getting into the house. So I don't know. None of this is happening, my nigga. I get booked for Young Jock's morning radio show. Me and Shouty talking on her. I'm telling this story. He said, man, that sound like the bitch got me. That sound like the bitch got me. I said, yeah, man, that sound like the same bitch got me. We talking on her saying this. So we like, man, it got to be the same bitch. Man, I'm telling man, this same. So, man, they done try to take Shouty mama house. They done got a new NFL recruit. So they got a whole bunch of motherfuckers. But what really happened, they got an elder prominent woman in Atlanta and took her house and many other properties. So right after me and Shouty have this conversation on live in air in Atlanta, a news report come out. So they had got arrested like last year in June or July, but they didn't put it on the news or nothing until like October or November of that year, right when I had my first comedy show. So I'm reading the motherfucking paper. I said, man, Erica King, Nesto. I said, man, I know them. So I hit my Atlanta partner and said, man, I know them. The detectives and the FBI had already been trying to contact me. They just couldn't find me. So I had lost my ID. So I thought in KOD, nigga, them hoes ran the play on me to get my wallet. So you know what I'm saying? So I go to Caldwell County, meet with the detective. Yeah, man, they did a number. So they got me for probably over some hundreds.
Damn.
So yeah, my nigga. So yeah. Shout out to Shirley with the strawberry letter, Raglan Hub and Nesto. So they put it on the news. They stay in jail. So I think here recently, Nesto just got released not too long ago, and then he got rearrested for when they got his computer. He probably has, I think, some child sex porn on it or something. So yeah, man, they a rotten motherfucker. But it taught me, nigga, don't let nobody handle you. You don't sign no agent. So nigga, that's why I've been me. Nigga, I answer my phone call. Everything comes, don't nobody touch my money. So nigga, it made me tighten up. And so what I said was, I done seen every story in every movie. From James Brown, Michael Jackson, everybody get fucked in the beginning, nigga. So be willing to take the fucking, but go in knowing you go get fucked. Pay attention. Don't get excited so you can minimize the fucking so you don't have to fuck nobody. Because you're going to get fucked. Every level, you're going to get fucked because you don't know. And who's going to come?
He is so animated. Let me see what y'all talking about in the chat. I choose Joy says, Starbucks, I'm breaking up with you ASAP. Who knew? I don't need no Nesto and them charges. Oh, this country grandma on me. Mushmouth must be contagious. Don't forget James was partner too. You know what's interesting? They actually released Erica King to James, and he actually was in on it. So I don't know if they caught that, if they're ever gonna catch that. I'm not sure what's gonna happen with that. Us seniors need love too, said Tasha verified it today and publicly apologized. Verified, you're gonna have to explain that a little bit more because I wasn't aware of that. What Tasha K said. What did she verify? Did she acknowledge that that Erica King was on her show pretending to be his wife? Is that what you're saying? Because I gotta find that footage then. Wonder if he learned anything. Yep, well, he learned it. He learned don't get effed. And there's gonna be some effing going on in the beginning. But pay attention. Don't be too excited, because mushmouth is contagious. Share a video with you guys. Hang on a second. Let me get this. Wi-Fi boo said, yeah. Or ponytail. Her boo character is insane.
Queen of the South, what you doing over here?
What up, Ernesto?
How you doing?
Had to come check on you in my neck of the woods.
Boy, you make my day. Erica King.
Always.
The
When
famous.
my OG called me, you know I gotta pull up.
Hey, I so appreciate you. Queen of the South. The money maker. The player maker. All of above. My friend.
My friend.
Erica King. Thank you. Let's talk about that.
Yep.
Just be quiet for a second. Let me ask you a question. The woman that you about to ask me this question about, do you love her?
Yes, sir.
Could you, when you think about it, you can't live without her?
No, sir.
Is she the woman of your dream?
Yes, sir.
Do you think about her oftentimes before you think about yourself?
Yes, sir.
Would you die for her?
Yes, absolutely.
Would you take care of her before you took care of yourself?
Yes.
Let me ask you this here. Would you love everything about her and everybody connected to her as if it was your own?
Yes.
Okay then, sure.
Yes.
This your man right here.
The Nesto.
Yeah, so you see, I'm gonna let this play while we talk. This is why she married Nesto. This is why. I love when Tommy says, "Who the hell is Nesto?" You know what? I should have let it play. Hold on.
And Ernesto
Oh my God.
is here. And this is your birthday, Shirley. This Shirley, happy birthday.
Let me see if I can catch it.
Okay then, sure.
Yes.
This your man right here.
The Nesto.
Wait a minute.
This Shirley.
I did hear it. It was low. He said it was Nesto. Oh my God. All right. So Tamara Palmer, you guys are on it. She said Tasha verified that Erica contacted her and that Erica was the one who gave her all of Charleston White's personal information. Oh my goodness. Wow. I thought that line of questioning by SH was just plain stupid. Naturally, Nesto was gonna say yes to everything. Mm-hmm. And I'm so tired. I'm like SH. I'm over here trying to. I'm counting on my fingers for the letters. Like S. Steve Harvey. It took me a minute. A pimp named Nesto said, gonna say allegedly, but I've seen the shell companies under CW name. That statement is true. Yeah. We can say allegedly, but yeah, I believe it. CW companies' names are now defunct. All right, now Shirley sounded a bit too animated. It's giving fake. Nesto! I cannot. I'm gonna do something that I haven't done in a while, and we're not gonna be on here too much longer because I do have to work tomorrow. But I want to open up the phone lines. We haven't done that in a while, and you guys tell me what y'all are thinking. So I'll open up the phone lines in a minute. We basically covered everything that I wanted to cover. The only thing that I did not get to cover was I was going to play some of the interview, but like I said, I'm just gonna re-record the video that I did with my reaction because some of you guys asked for that. But this is a whole mess. I mean, it's a mess. And the number of people, oh my goodness. So now we know Nesto didn't have the discovery, so he didn't know all of what they had. And Pam Esquire said it earlier. I'm not sure the live Tamara said, I'm sure the live proposal was staged. It probably was, because it just appeared really fake, or it wasn't staged and Shirley is just real extra. But I'll say this. Pam said earlier that ultimately he went on this platform and they didn't have all the information and they needed to wait. They needed to just sit back and wait. I've said sit back and wait. A number of people said just wait for some stuff to drop, because they just swore that they had everything and they didn't. And so, they basically exploited Nesto and put this man, in a position where he really, really is screwed. There's no way out of this. They love those Walmart Supercenter parking lots. Well, I can't really judge because I was in one of them. And I did, it is funny because while we were there, I did see a, what do you call those things? I did see a small RV. I said, no, that can't be Nesto. It ain't bougie enough. But so you guys saw the video of her being chauffeured around with security and all. She liked all of that. It made her feel special. It made her feel important. Shirley is over here trying to keep up with the Harveys, and when you do that, it's problematic. So let me go ahead and stop sharing. And like I said, I'm going to open up the phone lines and we'll have a little chat for those of you that want to come up and speak. All right. So I'm going to pin it to the chat. And like I said, we won't be on here too long. Auntie Eva said, is this the Tasha K interview you're talking about? Absolutely. And if no one wants to come up and speak, no problem. I'll see if I can find it real quick and I can play a little bit of it. But yes, absolutely. So if you have never come up to speak before, what you have to do is you need to come out of your YouTube, because the sound will reverb. So you come out of your YouTube, you'll click on the link and it's going to put you in a back office. And then I'll be able to see that you're in the back office, and then I can bring you up for those of you that want to speak. But in the meantime, let me see if I can find the Tasha K. Let's see if I can find it, because that will be really interesting just to watch that really quickly. Let me see. Okay, Tasha K and Erica King. Here we go. Let's see. Tasha K, Erica King. Okay. Let's see. I don't know. This says 6 days ago, but you guys are going to have to tell me, was this from today? You said it was from today? Let me just go on her channel. Hold on a second. Let me just go on her channel. See if I can find it really quickly. So, okay. So this is the one that says indicted. Okay. I'm going to try to see if I can find this really quickly. Let me pull up the transcript and I can share my screen while I'm doing this so you guys have something to look at. Hold on. See if you guys have something to look at. Okay. Let's see. Yep. Okay. All right, so let me see if I can find this word. She's so funny. Okay, so I'm gonna look at the transcript and see where she talks about viewers. Let's see. Gotta stop messing. But she's not gonna talk if she thinks it's something that people like. Let me mute this for a second. Yes, we know everything's alleged, Tasha K. I gotta mute you for a second because you being too doggone loud. You being way too loud. Okay. Let's see. She talking about Diddy. Does anybody know? You know the timestamp. Let me get back to StreamYard and see what you guys are talking about. If you guys have the timestamp, that'll be helpful. If not, we can always cover this in another live. But I'm just gonna go real quick and see if by any chance I might be able to find it. Let me see. She's talking about a whole lot of stuff over here. Let's see. Can I do a search? You used to be able to do a search on here, but I don't know. Let's see. Let's see if I can find it. So, yeah, I didn't realize that Charleston White's mouth was like that. I didn't realize he was another mush mouth because he's over here doing the absolute most. But he's very animated. He's very very animated. I must say that. But I was not expecting all that to come out of his mouth. He talking about coffee, DICK, and whatnot. But it was really interesting to hear how he met Erica King and Nesto. Now I don't know why he's putting Shirley in it, but yeah. But I'll tell you one last thing that was interesting to me was listening to Nesto talk about Sheridan on that interview. And I'm saying to myself, like, why? Why are you pretending all of a sudden like you care about Sheridan? I don't really understand why all of a sudden he's pretending like he cares about Sheridan. That doesn't make any sense to me. I'm not sure what that's about, if he was trying to smooth things over or what what he was trying to do. But I know that he did tell infamous Mandela that he said it would take me months to tell this whole story, and she talking about he's gonna come back and they'll be doing this over the course of a few days. Well, you know what? It's over. I don't think I don't believe that. This says Willie. I don't believe that she's going to be doing any more interviews, or he's going to be doing any more interviews. I think it's a wrap. And if she was smart, she needs to stop, because I don't know if you guys were on Dennis Byron's live that he did yesterday or earlier today. Maybe it was earlier today, but he talked about it. He talked about it a little bit. So I know some of you don't necessarily care for him, but what I will tell you is that his information it's been on point. It has been on point. And I don't know if this is the right one or not. So I don't want to waste time continuing to look for this. I'll try to find it, and then we'll try to find it another time. But um Tasha K so animated, so I'll let her keep dancing in the background and swinging around in her chair. I like when she does that. No wonder there was never a payable bond. Nesto probably would have used one of his different names, the passport, and fled the U.S. Oh, they with all that, there was no way. There was no way they can give him a bond. So those people who are like, oh, this is unfair, he's getting the same bond as somebody who's an unaliver and blah blah blah, and infamous is Mandela over there is talking about the she over here talking about she's over here talking about the dentist and carrying on. But the thing is, with everything that he's done, we got Shea City in the building. Hold on a second, let me add it to the stage. With everything that he's done, there's no way. All right, Shea City,
Hey, how y'all
welcome.
doing?
Hey, how are you?
Doing all right, all right. I am just as befuddled, and I'm not surprised. I just didn't realize that he had over 40 counts just on the finance alone. And that the fact that they are holding the CP charges for later, I wonder what's that about. And the things like they didn't even like answer, because like there's just so much they haven't said that we do know some things about, that I'm just wondering, like, we've been talking about James for 5 months. We we got some good detectives on all these channels, from you to Bougie to Nyla to Pam, and we've been new. So like, for instance, with Shirley all of a sudden getting amnesia and claiming not to know her husband was a whole bigamist exactly on April 2024. Don't believe it. Think it's a cop out. I think she got a word, regardless if it was from Mississippi Monica to Steve Harvey to Bestie down the way. They said these charges are about to hit. You better get out while you can swim out. And she took whatever excuse she could, but you can't tell me. I understand we can say she's financially irresponsible and she may be a materialist, but she's not stupid. You don't go being in that field for a long time and being consistent at a job for a long time and not being aware of your surroundings. So I think she had some rose colored glasses. She agreed to some things. I don't think she knew the full extension of his deviancy, just like Nesto didn't know the full extension of Shirley's keeping up with the Joneses lifestyle. I think they both fudged the numbers on that. And that might have been what like attracted like. But this I just found out my husband had other wives. I think she knew, allegedly. And I also don't really think that this marriage was really certified. I still, that whole marriage certificate thing, I still think there's some fudginess going on with that. I think in the back of her mind, she wanted to protect her assets or whatever assets she does have. And there was some kind of iffy stuff going on with that. So I'm wondering if I'm Nesto, if he can even have any nature to contest his marriage that's not even official. I'm like, my play would personally be, I would, this is the time I would put some heat on Shirley and start leaking. So I would compel her to come up and you better testify, you better tell what you know, because I might start leaking some stuff. So if it goes to trial, I think we're gonna start hearing some really interesting testimony. What do you guys think about that? And I'm gonna hop off. Y'all have a blessed one.
Thank you so much, Shay. No, I appreciate you coming up to talk. You know, we've gone back and forth for quite some time about this whole marriage thing. Is she married? Are they legally married? Are they not? But I don't, it might have been, well, several content creators actually have been covering the marriage and looking at the marriage documents. And according to the divorce filing, it states that she was legally married to Ernest Williams. And so you may not want to believe that, but there she did file for a marriage license and they were married. Now who paid for it and whether or not it was sponsored by Essence or not is kind of irrelevant, but she was legally married to him, because if she wasn't, she would have no reason to file for divorce. There would have
I
been no reason to file.
I agree with you on that, but the only reason why I bring that up is because back when we were listening to phone calls from prison, and even through Chronicle Speaks, investigative journalism, Nesto acted like he did not know, as a grown man of a certain age, that his marriage was certified. You don't find that strange? Or is it that maybe because he knew he had previous marriages, he just didn't care to take the time to realize if it was certified or not?
I think it was that, because if you if you remember when we started looking over his charges on this live, it clearly states that he married Shirley for nefarious purposes, for fraudulent purposes, for the purpose of gaining access to her social network. And so, you know, he knew that he was not divorced from at least one of his wives when he married Shirley. So, you know, he is a bigamist. He
Mhm.
really, really is. So I do believe that their marriage, you know, was valid. I absolutely do believe that it was valid. Um, you know, there are those that do kind of believe that she is a victim. She's a victim in her own way. This could have been avoided, and you know, I do believe that there's some responsibility that she has, but she could not have known that it was all of this unless
Oh,
she did a
absolutely. I'm
thorough
not.
background check. And I think she should have. What do you think about that? Why with her being who she is and connected to Steve Harvey and having the connection she has, why did she not vet this man? Why did she not have a full background check done on this man? Because it wouldn't have been difficult to find out. Or do you think she did and she saw some stuff but decided, well, he's a changed man? What do you think?
So with that, I don't know about if she chose to do a background check, but in my opinion, I think she has enough people in her circle who would have done it on her behalf. I think if Sheridan got vibes about him that he wasn't up to snuff, I think she also would have been keeping an eye on Nesto and his nefarious activities. So I think people have always been in her ear. Now, to what extent she has done her own agency to look into that, I think we won't know until she's forced to compel and show up for trial if there is one.
Absolutely agreed. LaShawn said, man, his lawyer his lawyer made the marriage license. Oh Lord, LaShawn is trying to say that Erica King made the marriage license. Yeah, I agree with Kimmy who there's no way that Shirley was clueless. She said, I'm not confused. And Shea City, thank you so much for coming on. She's not confused. But she did not move very smart in this marriage. Once he got locked up this time, I'm telling you, I would not have paid a dime. He would not have gotten a dime of my money for any lawyers. It would have been, you know what, enough is enough, you figure it out. Okay, I'm not doing it. So I'm not doing it. I Choose Joy said, if his horrible communication wasn't enough to run, she may have been partly in love and partly looking at his appearance of financial stability. And then remember what he does, you know, if Mushmouth Charleston White can put the coffee D and the rhino D and the cookie D and lay it down, I'm pretty sure, you know, Nesto might have, you know, exposed Shirley to some things that she ain't never had before. And, you know, she was hooked, but she was hooked on, I think she was hooked on the lifestyle. I think it was very much the lifestyle. Real Brown Family Chronicles says Shirley sincerely declared and thought she was married legally. She was also targeted by Nesto, and he strategically proposed to Shirley. Had the proposal not been public and involved the people. Yeah. Oh, and he strategically proposed to Shirley and had the proposal not been public and involved the people. Yeah. So, yeah, I don't. My thing is, what is Dre gonna say? Because Dre is on all these channels. He's on all these channels. I know he's gonna go to Pam's channel. He's gonna hear all this, and Dre is going. Dre, please don't listen to Pam while you're driving. Not this one. All right, I Choose Joy said, child, I think I'm gonna need a baby shower with all this detox. Shirley was hoping to star in The Real Housewives of Buckhead, not The Real Housewives. Pam said that Shirley still has to file the divorce because she was of the belief that the marriage was legal. Yeah. Well, yeah, I agree. I mean, she was legally married to him. It's just he was not able to legally marry her. So I agree. She should just do it anyway, just for her own sake. If one of the PCFP calls, he told Shirley that she knew who she married, and instead of her denying it, she responded that it wasn't funny. She knew Nesto wasn't kosher shosher. You're absolutely right. I remember that call. Because she said, I just hope that, you know, the guys at work don't ask me any questions. And he said, just tell them you know who you married. And she said, that's not funny. I definitely remember that call. They were present during the proposal. Shirley would not have married Nesto, and I believe that. Absolutely. You know that the marriage has to be legal because the state would not be filing bigamy charges. Absolutely. She married Nesto the legal way. He was not legally authorized to marry her. And although technically the marriage is not legal because of the bigamy, she still has to file divorce. Absolutely. So, all right, y'all. Well, listen, if no one else wants to come up and chat, I'm going to go ahead. We're at 2 hours and 29 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and wrap up here. But I had a great time with you guys on our first official members only. The last members only we did was really just members only chat for the whole live. It wasn't for real members only, but we had a really great time. And so that was my fault because I actually didn't have the audience on members only, but had a great time with you guys as usual. I hope you enjoyed the family picnic and all the visuals. All right, I'm not going to put Jabba the Hutt back up there. But you know, as I said, you know, as we talked about, this is who Nesto was choosing to rock with, and you know, he's facing his fate. And on that note, we are going to call it a night. You guys be safe, be at peace, and keep your eyes and your ears to these social media streets, honey. And I will see you on the next one. Bye, y'all.